Good afternoon, everybody, and happy Mother's Day to all of our wonderful mothers, our wonderful aunties, our wonderful grandmas. I hope you guys are all having a kind of a relaxing, nice Mother's Day. For our walkthrough video, this is the week of May 10th through May 14th. I'm at the Reese Elementary webpage because that is the easiest way for me to get to Clever. And here we are at Clever. Log in with Google. And then, of course, we log in through Clever to Miss Wilson's page, and then go to Canvas. I'm sure you guys all know how to do this at this point, but we'll walk through the steps anyway, just in case. Our published course for all the kids is at Speaking and Listening. It's got the little kids jumping. I just remembered I forgot to change that picture. I think I still have May the 4th be with you, but I'll change that picture. So here's our classroom and go down here to our Google Classroom. Although I'm going to go into Chelsea's version of our classroom, of course, because it's easier for you guys to see. These are the read aloud books that we had from last week. We read Katie Woo's Kitty's Happy Mother's Day on Friday. We didn't actually end up reading this immune system book in Mayan, and that's okay. We ran out of time, and that's all right. There is that other book, though, in mine if somebody would like to read it. I could not find a read aloud for that one, though. Here is Kitty's Happy Mother's Day read aloud, though, if they missed it. And our class did take an AR on that last Friday. So if we go in our classwork for this week, I think it's loading still. We've got the line going across the top that shows it's loading still. There we go. So here's our week. Always in order of our day, of course, friendship groups, reading live meet, small groups, reading independent work for this week. We may have a friend or two that needs to finish some of the map testing. I will run that report here this afternoon and see if there's anyone that needs to take. I think we have a couple friends that need to take the math still, a couple friends that need to take reading, and I can set up those testing sessions for those friends. But really good job. We did, I think almost everybody got it done last week, so way to go, class. Good job. Last map test, yay, of the year. So reading, of course, always when it's your independent time, you're going to do some Smarty Ants. You can also work in MobyMax or the Boom cards. Take a brain break, and then here's all of our worksheets for the week. There's always one reading worksheet a week and one math worksheet a week. So Monday, we've got a reading comprehension passage called Buzzing Bees. Tuesday, long vowel sentences, and we'll talk about some of those long vowel sounds. Wednesday, we're looking at ending blends. Thursday, we're looking at a main idea. The passage is called Apples. And I think we're kind of understanding that you can look at the title of a passage and it kind of gives you a clue as to what the passage is going to be about. And then Friday, I'm doing a read aloud that kind of goes along with our science for the week. It's called Fuel the Body. And then that has an AR quiz. And I kind of liked that, where we read it aloud and talk about it, and then I can bring up the quiz and we can all kind of do it as a class. And then you can find a book in our library. I put up that Mother's Day library again because there's so many books and it's just so cute. And I have links to some games. This is spelling practice, some sight words, rhyming. Here's the link to the online picture dictionary. And then all of our worksheets that we'll work on during this week. Recess, writing. Ooh, that should go up here. I gotta fix that. So writing independent work. Monday, Tuesday, of course, we're going to keep working on narratives and really kind of thinking about writing at least 3 sentences for those picture prompts. Maybe a little something at the beginning, a sentence for the middle part of a story, and then, that third sentence kind of sum it up or what happens at the end. And again, we're kind of stretching our brain. This is the picture prompt is a little helicopter this time. And I put a little word bank here to the side: helicopter, fly, sun, summer, spring, friend, and we can add to it as we're writing. But just a picture prompt, and let's think about how creative we can get. Maybe use some describing words and write a simple narrative. So that's Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, we're gonna look at verbs some more and using verbs worksheet. Thursday, we're kind of gonna do this because this is gonna tie into our science, which is health this week. how do healthy foods make you feel, and then there's like how do unhealthy foods make you feel. And we're just going to brainstorm some thoughts about it, and we'll know more by Thursday because we'll have learned more about it on like in science Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then on Friday we're going to kind of brainstorm and do some writing, eating healthy with fruits and vegetables. So reasons why we eat fruits and veggies. We're going to brainstorm maybe 4 ideas, and then the second sheet, I have a sentence starter there. Why is it important to eat fruits and veggies? It is important to eat fruits and veggies because, and then we'll have the class write at least a couple sentences, and maybe I'll have them give an opinion on what their favorite one is. Like, and my favorite is an apple because. So anyway, that's this week in writing. Math. All right, so for math this week, again, when it's independent time, always log into Clever and do some of your iReady math. The importance of iReady is that it is kind of adaptive. It gives you a learning path. So the kids are working on whatever math skills they need to be working on. And that's why it's important that we do iReady math every day. They can also work in extra math, which is just math fluency, and then Freckle. Brain break, and then here is our math for this week. We are actually going to practice Monday that addition with regrouping using 3-digit and 3-digit numbers. Tuesday, we're going to try adding 3 2-digit numbers. I know it's a challenge, but it's going to be fun. So here is the addition practice, 3-digit. And the reason this looks so weird is it was a really long worksheet, and I kind of zoomed it in and only did like half the problems. So I thought that would be a better start. And I did actually put the ones every place you need to carry, because you're not carrying necessarily over in both the tens and the hundreds places on these problems. And I kind of made a note there. You may or may not need to carry to the tens or hundreds. So I actually already put the ones in there to make it a little bit easier for kids. And especially since we're doing this one online and not necessarily in the classroom in person, like, paper pencil. So the ones are there. And just a reminder that we always start at the ones place. So if you need to carry over to the tens place, and then you would add those 3 1-digit numbers, like in this one, in the tens place, and then you'd go over and add the digits in your hundreds place. I think they'll do well. This is going to be fun too, kind of an introduction to something a little bit more. And we're going to talk about this quite a bit as a class first, and then we'll practice it. So when you're adding 3 2-digit numbers, they should be able to do this because we have practiced and practiced adding 3 1-digit numbers. So if you're starting at your ones place, for instance, this one, you have 0 plus 4 plus 1. Well, what is 0 plus 4 plus 1? And the kids, like I said, the kids should know how to do this. So 0 plus 4 plus 1. 0 plus 4 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. There's nothing to carry over in that one. So we don't actually need anything there. And now in our tens place, I have 2 plus 2 plus 3. Well, I see doubles facts. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 3 is, if you put 4 in your head, count up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The answer to that one is 75. If we go over to this one, we have in our ones place again 9 plus 3 plus 4. So we could do that a couple different ways. 3 1-digit numbers, we could do 9 plus 3, 9, and then count up 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 plus 4, 12 in your head, 4 fingers to count up, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And that actually does have 2 digits, which means we put the 6 that's in the ones place in the ones place, and that 1 that's in the tens place up in the tens place. Now we actually have 4 1-digit numbers that we have to add in our tens place, and I absolutely know that the kids can do this. We're just going to start at the top. 1 plus 1 is 2. Now we have 2 plus 4 plus 2. So they can do it either way. I mean, I know that 2 plus 2 is a double fact of 4, and then you would have 4 plus 4, which is 8. Or they could take that 1 plus 1 is 2, add 4 to 2, 4, 5, 6, and then add 2 more, 7, 8. But again, we will absolutely be going over this as a class. I'm not just going to set them off to do it on their own or anything. Wednesday, we're still working on these kind of fun 2-step word problems. These are a little bit harder, and I know they are. And like this week's is challenging, next week's is a little challenging, but they're kind of fun, and they're fun to talk about, and I think it really kind of stretches your brain. Again, we are going to go over all of these questions as a class before I ask them to do it independently. Like I said, just because we're still learning about keywords and what does it mean? Do we add? Do we subtract? What do I need to do? So That's Wednesday. Thursday, we're actually going to start looking at money again and kind of thinking about adding up coins. And this worksheet these did not, they're a little fuzzy when I was trying to like, I kind of cut and then paste it into the Google Slides. And they're a little fuzzy, but that's okay. We can see the colors, that these are pennies, dimes, and nickels. And we're just going to try adding like coins to start. So kind of seeing pennies, you know, the coin type, you know, this one is a penny. It's a penny. We know this one is a dime. Oops, that's not how you spell dime. And then this one is a nickel. And we will probably watch that video over again. I actually will add links to all of those videos into the math work as well. Probably like the value song, and then like skip counting by tens and skip counting by fives, because that's what adding coins, the dimes and the nickels are. And here's another one. Again, it's like coins. So we've got pennies, nickels, dimes, and then some more pennies. So we will go over that as a class, of course, before we work on it. And then the multiplication, again, is just really thinking of arrays and that repeated addition. And we will go over this as a class. Again, I'm not just going to say, hey, complete this worksheet. So we'll kind of look at this, and it's an array. We have 3 rows. Each row has 4. So we have 3 rows. Each row has 4. So that's 3 4 times. And you can count them up and add them. We could actually add like the little text box here and kind of talk about, well, what kind of a math problem is that? What is our repeated addition on this problem? We have 3 rows of 4. You could just say 4 plus 4 plus, oops, that's equal, plus 4 plus 4. So we could look at that. And then we know that 4 plus 4 is 8, and then 8 plus 4, count up, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This one actually also helps greatly if you zoom it into 100% to work on it. But anyway, that's Friday. Still working on multiplication a little bit, just the really beginning basics of multiplication. Not memorizing any of our times tables or anything yet, just kind of thinking about arrays and repeated addition. So that's math. Go up here and close that out. Science this week, we're going to do health. And I love to do this every year with kids. Like it's a My Plate activity. So we're going to just be talking about food groups and eating healthy, kind of what's a healthy choice, not so healthy choice. Normally I do this like earlier in the school year, but the way things were this year, just never got to it. So we're going to learn about My Plate. And the kids probably already know quite a bit about this, I'm sure. But this is a poster, and it kind of like shows you what goes where. And we'll talk about it. I've got some videos for us to watch. You are what you eat. Here's the 5 food groups. Our activity that we're going to do is like this. So at home, because what we're going to do in class is actually print out like this blank copy. And I always get like grocery store ads and let the kids kind of cut and paste things from grocery store ads, like foods that they would like to eat in each of these different sections. Here's an example of it like filled out with those kind of pictures. So at home, if you want, you could print this out and kind of let them cut up a grocery store ad. Or at home, and I'll show the kids at home how to do this as well. You can always see this right here, insert image. So you could insert an image, search the web, and maybe for fruit, I want a strawberry. So then we're going to search strawberry. Now that one, the first one looks fine. And then you insert it down here. Oh, there we are. Here's a strawberry. And I'm going to zoom that on down to make it smaller. And then you could put that here in your fruit section if you like. So that's another option for completing the My Plate activity at home. Like I said, we're going to watch, I've got a couple of ReadWorks articles that kind of tie into the SciKids video shows that we're going to watch. We're going to start working on the My Plate activity. And then on Friday, I actually have like this kind of sort. Oh boy, that is like way zoomed in. So this sort is just picture of all these foods, and I said to click and drag the blue boxes to the healthy foods. So like apples are healthy, so then we're going to do that. Pizzas, not so much. Candy, not so much, but milk is healthy. Carrots are definitely healthy. Broccoli is healthy. Bananas are healthy. Cola, potato chips, not so much. Strawberries are healthy. Cookies are not healthy. Cake is not healthy. Yogurt is healthy. Grapes are healthy. So that's how this activity kind of goes. So like I said, that's our week talking about food. Hopefully on Friday also we'll have some I guess something to observe on our bread project, an experiment that we did last week with the germs and stuff. On this last Friday we took a look and it still hadn't done anything yet, although the video we watched said that it did take like a couple of weeks. So we'll make an observation again on that experiment and see if it shows anything. This coming week is Reese Elementary School, kind of our reading week. There's a theme each day. I did post those flyers in Blooms. Tomorrow is kind of like neon. I think my future's so bright I got to wear shades, so they're talking about like neon colors and things like that. If you would like, your child can dress up in kind of neon colors. I don't know all the days off the top of my head, but it is in our Blooms messages, and I will actually post a Bloom. I'll try to remember to post a Bloom in the afternoon for what the next day is. Anyway, I hope you guys had a great day, wonderful Mother's Day. I look forward to seeing everyone in the morning. So bye for now.